Welcome to the best ThinkorSwim tutorial on YouTube. I'm going to cover everything from making your charts look good, how to turn on indicators, how to take orders, scans, and watch list. And we're going to attempt to do it without taking up too much time. So if you all go ahead and hit the like and subscribe buttons down below, we'll go ahead and jump into the video. Thank you. So before you ever even look at ThinkorSwim, there are a couple prerequisites I'm going to want you to do, or you're going to want to make sure you're due for yourself. This is your login modal, so this is the screen you will be taken to when you log in. Make sure you hit this cog in the bottom left, and this memory usage setting here is the min and the max that the application is allowed to use of your random access memory, of your RAM, and it is defaulted to the two lowest settings. Now, depending on your RAM amount, you're going to want to up these numbers so that the system runs much more smoothly. So do that first. Second, when you get into the application, I am in ThinkorSwim right now. I am in a paper trading account because I wanted you all to see the actual default screen. This will be the screen you see when you open ThinkorSwim. Go to setup in the top right, hit application settings, go to system, set your quote speed to no delay. In order for ThinkorSwim to keep pressure off of their servers, they default everyone to a max delay of 3 seconds. And you probably don't want that. You probably want real-time data, especially if you're going to be day trading. You need real-time data. So make sure you change that setting as well. Okay. Those are your two prereqs. Let's jump into chart appearance. Let's make the chart look good. Let's make it look better than this. I'm going to go ahead and jump in. So I just hit this little cog here on the chart, how you open your chart settings. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to appearance because this is ugly. If you trade with open green bars like this, you're a psychopath. Fill those in. And if same thing on the volume, you want to see the volume being red and green, buy and sell volume as well. So go ahead and click color as symbol ticks there. If we hit apply, you'll see those changes. Already we're starting to get somewhere. The chart looks way better. Now back to general. You probably want to see the trades that you're taking. So check the show trades box. I'm not going to cover every little single thing on here. You're not going to insult your intelligence. You can figure most of this stuff out. This is just how you fit what is going to fit, you say what's going to fit on your screen. If you want your alerts to be on your screen, no matter where you put them, you check that so that no matter how you default into your chart, it fits the alerts on, things like that. What I'm going to go to is time axis. You really don't want, at least I don't. I think it looks really ugly when the bar, your most recent bar, smashes right into the right of your screen. I like to give 5 bars to the right. You see how it just gives a little bit of, it just looks better to me to give a little bit of a gap there to the right of the screen. So I'm going to do that. And that's really it. So for me, I just went to appearance, filled my green bars up, changed my color to ticks, turned on show trades, and we gave a little 5 bars to the right time axis. This is obviously all subjective. You can figure this out yourself more so, but that is how I set up my charts. Now, more importantly, let's go ahead and click on this in the top right here. I just realized that I am not showing you all my entire screen. That is not going to be useful. Let's make sure we're showing the entire screen off here to the right. There. So let's go ahead and click this little box here in the top right. This is going to represent how many charts are on your screen. Now you can only do them in a cube. So if you want, you can't do 2 up top and 1 down bottom. You do 2 and 2, but I will show you how you can do a little bit of fudging of that in a second. But let's go ahead and throw 4 charts up. Now you can have 4 different symbols. We got SPY in the top left, put on Google, Apple, and Amazon just for sakes. But notice how now each one of these charts, Trey, so every chart I turn on, I have to go do the same thing I just did on the last chart? No. If you go to style, save style, let's just call it trading. Save that, and then you can just go ahead and open them in the other. So load style trading, load style trading, and load style trading over. That's how now all 4 of these charts, no matter what you put them on, you can put in any symbol you want to, will look like how you set up this initial chart to look. And this is very nice. Now, Trey, you said I can only have 4 charts. I really only want 3 charts, and then I want like a time and sales or something. This bar off here to the right on your charts, obviously, this is where you can control other things. So I want to trade this window. So you can put on your active trader down here on this window. But guess what? You don't even need to have the chart on. You can turn off chart and you can make this window anything. You want to see the time and sales for Amazon? I guess they don't come through in a simulated account, but you want to see your level 2 for Amazon. You can put that down here, and all of a sudden now you have active trader in level 2. You just want level 2, turn off the other ones. Now you've got 3 charts and a level 2. And say you want this level 2 to represent, whatever I type in here. I have Google up here. I want the bottom chart down here to be the level 2. You go up here and you change this link color to a different color, to any of them. Put it whatever you want to. And then obviously you set this bottom one to the same color. Now guess what? Every single time you change that top chart, the bottom chart is going to change with it. So now you have your level 2 and your chart linked together. Once again, all this is subjective. You're going to set this up how you want. My goal is to teach you everything I can, hopefully here in about 20 minutes, for how you can set this stuff up yourself. If you have any specific questions, I'm sure you will. I can't cover all the specifics. Please comment section down below. I'll answer any constructive questions I get down there. So that is chart appearance. That is the first thing I wanted to cover on today's video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to one chart. Let's make it look a little bit prettier. And let's talk about a couple of very important things. The most and probably most important is, how do you change your time frame? That's right here. This D here stands for daily. Duh. Thanks for insulting our intelligence, Trey. But you can click on this. You've got a couple of favorite time frames in here: a 1 minute, 1 day, 5 minute, 5 day. So this is showing each one of these bars represents 5 minutes over the last 5 days is what that means. You can also click time frame here. There's tick charts you can turn on. I've never really messed with tick charts, but I know what they are. You can set a certain amount of days. I don't know why I did that. It was weird. Set a certain amount of days back for a certain time period. So that's how you change your time period. For now, let's go back to the daily, but that's important that you know that. I want to show you all how to turn on indicators, your RSIs, your simple moving averages, your stochastics, whatever you want to use. There is a ton of them, like really whatever you can think of, that exist within ThinkorSwim out of the box. You don't have to go create them, import them, anything like that. They are already here in the application for you to use. So you're going to go ahead and hit studies right here at the top of your chart, and you're going to go to edit studies. You can also do it to the add studies, but this is gross. All of a sudden you have to look through all these caret drop downs. And if you just go into edit studies, you get this nice modal where you can search for whatever you want to. I want to use the full stochastic. I want to use the RSI, and I want a 15, or let's call it a 20 and a 50 simple moving average. If I go ahead and type in simple and I add 2 of these as well, all of those indicators are now on my chart. You will notice that there is broken up into price, volume, and lower. So your price, your moving average is going to overlay on your price. You can add volume indicators. Let me add a volume average. There's a volume average indicator that is going to try to put it in the lower, but if I hit apply, you will see lower means it's creating kind of the indicator down here at the bottom. But we can just overlay that over our average if we want to, or over our volume if you want to, and now we have that indicator sitting right in the volume. So that's how you do that. But now I said I wanted a 20 and a 50, I believe I said. So if I hit the cog on the moving average, simple enough, change the length to 20, change the next length to 50. You don't want them to be the same color. How would you know the difference? Just click on this color here, change it to a different color, hit apply. There you go. And that exists for all these indicators. Remember, indicators are nothing but math equations. You can change the inputs of the equations as much as you want to, but that's getting into a whole different conversation. Let's just focus on the setup right now. But that is how you change that stuff. So that is your chart. What I'm going to do as well, this is a little specific, but for whatever reason, volume average has a left axis to it when you overlay that I really don't like. So I'm just going to turn that off as well. Whenever a strat or whenever a study that you add does something like that, check the cogs. You can hide things that you don't want to see like that. So once again, can't get into every little specific in a video like this. This is an overview video. Questions? Comment section down below. So now we have some indicators on our charts. It's kind of ugly though. They're a little bit taking up too much room. I want to see more of my chart. all of this is sizable. ThinkorSwim isn't fully modular to the fact that you can't like take the volume out and drag it over here, drag the stochastic over here, but it can all be shapen. It can all be moved into different size squares, right? So kind of shrink them all down, move them around. Just know that this exists as well. Once again, subjective, make it look how you want, but that is indicators. There's going to be a lot of you watching this that say, well, I don't give a hoot about indicators. I'm a technical analyst. I study the price action. I need to know how to draw on my charts. Good for you. That exists in ThinkorSwim as well. If we go ahead and click the drawings here, your drawing tools, there's all kinds of stuff in here. You got Fibonacci retracements, you got pitchforks, you got Fibonacci spirals, la-di-da. If you use that, fine. But I'm going to show you all how to use trend lines and price levels. So if we go ahead and hit the price level, I'm going to be able to just double click wherever I want it to go. If I double click, it's going to place a price level, alliteration is hard, right there where I want it. So if I want one here at this support, bada bing, bada boom. These can be right clicked and you can edit the properties of it. I want them to be white and I want them to be a little bit thicker. Then you can save that as the default. I want the extension to go all the way to the left. You can save that as the default. So now every single time, say however you want your lines to draw, every time I click now, it's going to do that. To remove them, right click, remove drawing, right click, remove, or right click, clear drawing set, gets rid of everything. Another way and a faster way that you can bring up your drawing tools, hit your middle mouse key button here. So I'm going to press your scroll wheel, press it in. If you press your scroll wheel in, it just brings up your drawing tools just like that for you. That's the easier way to do it. And then you can draw trend lines. Trend lines just as easy. Click where you want it to start. Click again where you want it to end, and you can do the same thing. You can change the default properties of this as well. I want these to be white with a width of 2 as well. Save as default. So now every trend line you draw will look like that as well. Clear the drawing set. That's how you draw, at least the basics of drawing. There's a lot more to get into. Feel free to explore the rest of these yourself, not for this video. Let's go ahead and move on to taking orders. Great, Trey. I've made my charts look pretty. I've got the indicators that I want on. Now what? I would like to go buy some stocks, please. Well, back over here on this right bar, we had opened this a little bit earlier, but if we open the active trader, this is ThinkorSwim's kind of inline trading tool, and I think it's what makes it maybe the most useful. I have no idea why it freaked everything out when I opened that. Very strange. I think I'm getting some weirdness here with the fact that I'm using a paper trading account. I think it broke a bunch of stuff. What just happened? Let's go back to load style trading. Okay. All of a sudden it looks better. I don't know what just happened, but if that happens, reload your style. That's why you save your style. I've never actually seen that before. I think it's an issue of the fact that I'm in a simulated trading account. Your actual taking trade windows are kind of weird. But anyway, whatever. Here's your active trader window. Here's where you can come and all of a sudden start taking orders. When you take orders, it shows you your P&L. It shows you your position. It shows you your P&L on the day. You get a little ladder here of bids and asks, so you can see kind of when there's walls built. Once again, being not modular but shapeable, all of these columns can be resized. There's the same cog here. You got pretty well thought out settings that all look the same throughout the application. So I don't want to buy market and sell market. I don't like market orders. I like to buy the bid and sell the bid. So you're simply going to click on the cog on your active trader window, click on buy and sell market, and remove them. And I want to buy the bid and I want to sell the ask. So let's just turn on buy bid and let's turn on sell ask. Say this is how I trade. Now I'm going to slide these. This is just drag and droppable. Drag and drop them right back up top there. Bada bing, bada boom. Join the bid, join the ask, resize so they fit properly. Now I can join the bid on SPY. I can join the ask on SPY. I can take trades how I want. And obviously there's a lot of other options in here. Once again, can't cover every little thing in this video. I promise I won't say that anymore. But if you have any questions there, comment section down below. Also, Now, make sure if you're day trading, especially if you're scalping, you really want this auto send checkbox turned on. That is going to be, so when I hit this button, it should place an order. Now, I am using a simulated account, and in simulated trading, limit orders don't work, so this won't fill. But you see how it did immediately put the order out there, right? If you don't have this checked, you're going to get some pop-up, are you sure, confirmation box, and you really don't want that when you're trying to trade, correct? Well, I thought limit orders didn't fill in paper trading, but apparently I just got filled at 384.23. Oh, you know what? Paper trading has 15-minute delayed data, so this isn't the real price. I guess the real price just actually filled me here at my order price. Whatever. Now you can see, now look, now we're in an order. And because I have show trades turned on, as we did earlier, you can see that it's showing my trades right here on the chart. Isn't that nice? Another thing you're going to want to add, if you want to trade pre-market and after hours, back into your configure buttons, look up TIF. This stands for time and force. You add this, so obviously once the market opens, just put it on day. But if you want to trade pre-market or after hours, change this to extended. And that's all you have to do. Now you can trade pre-market and after hours just like that with that time and force setting as well. I also want to show you, so let me go ahead and join the bid again. Now, if your order's out on the screen, this is fully draggable. Oh, I don't actually want my order there. I want it here. Oh, I don't want my order there. I want it here. So that's fully draggable, and the same thing with sell. And right there, I just canceled that order, so it got canceled. Actually, I think it filled anyway, but this is the paper trading stuff being weird. So there's a cancel order as well. Everything's fully draggable on the chart. If you want to set an alert, right click, hit create alert. I feel like I'm covering a lot way too fast right now, but I would rather you guys all know this. It's a YouTube video. You can rewatch it if I feel like I'm skipping over stuff too fast, right? So say I set an alert right here. I create an alert above 425. I wanted to show you this for the same reason. Guess what? Fully draggable. Oh, now I actually want the alert up here. Now I actually want the alert down here. Things on your chart that are out, kind of outmarked like this can be dragged around. So just wanted to make that all clear as well. I believe you now have at least the basics for taking orders. Let's go ahead and sell this position. If I hit flatten, get me out of this position. Once again, it's simulated data, so it's 15-minute delayed data. I don't actually know you don't actually know where the orders are actually going in delayed data, but there you go. We're out of that trade. So we're out of the position now. So charts look good. You got your indicators on your charts. You know how to trade them. Now, how do you find what stocks you want to trade? You may have noticed this left bar over here the entire time I've been talking. This is the default left bar that you see. By the way, can be closed if you don't want to use this left bar. I actually myself don't use it. I'd rather have more more screen to use for my chart. So I just close it. And then once again, as always, just the modular ability, dragging around, resize it to whatever size you would like as well. But there is a watch list over here. There is a handful of default watch list built into ThinkorSwim, and I'm about to show you how you can go make your own as well. But all of this is linked here. And that same link I showed you earlier, so you see how this has the yellow link. If I turn this to yellow, now anything that comes up in this watch list, whatever this watch list is, HSGX is here. If I click it, bang, it's now on my chart. EGAN, if I click it, I don't know what the first one was, something broken, but EGAN, bang, it's on my chart. IRIX, bang, it's on my chart. So this linking, I think, is very underutilized in ThinkorSwim. Make sure you're taking advantage of that. But there's your watch list there. Now, also, there is a scan function in ThinkorSwim. I'm not going to dive too much into this. We're not going to sit here and create a scanner right now. I actually already have a video where I made a scanner that's very useful for really any stock you want to find. You have to update the parameters, but that video already exists on my channel. I'll link it in the top right now. If you'd like to open that and watch it after this video, go ahead and send it. But there is a scan functionality within ThinkorSwim as well, where you can add different stock filters. You want to look at bid or whatever. You can just add filters. This is all draggable. Drag it to what you want, and then you can pull up certain scans, kind of like FinViz if you use FinViz or Yahoo, whatever you use to scan now. That functionality is pretty much built in to ThinkorSwim as well. So that's very useful there also. So we just covered scans and watch lists, not too in-depthly, but this isn't a video for jumping in depth into everything. But I think, what have we made it? We're just shy of 20 minutes, and I wanted to keep this video under 20 minutes. So I think for now, I'm going to wrap it here. Hopefully that was a pretty in-depth conversation about getting started. You guys went from the default screen on ThinkorSwim to a decent looking chart. You know how to add any indicators you want. You know how to take trades, and you know how to find what trades you want to take. So hopefully you found this useful. I will continue making, there's so much. I mean, we didn't get into most of these tabs. Actually, we didn't click on any other tab up here other than charts. There is literally so much to get into with this platform. This is just your overall tutorial, getting you started tutorial. I'm going to be making a lot more on this channel. So if you're interested in ThinkorSwim, want to learn more, make sure you're subscribed. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and sign out of this video. I will catch you all in the next one.